Hey everybody, it's Tuesday night. Welcome to Miss Watley presents Old School Tuesday Turnup. Yeah, I'm back once again to do it all over again. Listen, right now I know you guys probably it was very unexpected, but we are not live on Facebook. I decided to go live only on my YouTube channel, so please tell your friends and family to come over here, come share the link. Go to YouTube right here when it says share. It's a say copy link, share it to your friends, your family. Come tell them come watch this interview. But unfortunately tonight, I decided not to go live on Facebook. So hey, it is what it is. And I'm trying to get subscribers up. So please, everybody, make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel as well. But before I start, I do want to give a special shout out to the one and only Mr. DJ Rich Vibes over there in the UK. What's up, brother? I know you up right now trying to watch the interview. Thank you for watching. I appreciate it and everything. So shout out to DJ Rich Vibes over in the UK. What's up, homie? So listen, you guys. You know what? I need you guys to do me also a favor. Make sure when you're making comments and everything, make sure it says Q. If you want to ask a question, put the word Q. That way we know we know Tallboy knows this question. Also, I can see your comments as well. And right now, you guys are coming in like clockwork. Hey to Sean, to Tanya, to James Hicks. I just seen you. Shout out to the Howard girls. I see all you ladies coming in like it's just nothing. But guys, just keep it going. So we're gonna have a fun time tonight. Without further ado, and I know you guys, I ain't gonna keep you guys for long because I know the game is gonna be coming on, I think, pretty soon. But oh well. So without further ado, please welcome a good person that I know so down to earth. I'm talking about the one and only Joi Marshall from the '90s girl group Jade. What's up, Miss Marshall?
Hey, Miss Watley, how you doing, darling?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I am fantastic. I'm glad to be here. Thank you for having me. I appreciate you
No.
and Talbot.
Yes. Thank you for being here. I'm just glad you decided you was like, yes, I'll do your interview. I'm like, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Hey, especially a group that I love so much, especially coming from the '90s and everything like that. So thank you for just being here, and the fans get to see you and hear your story and everything. So you know what, we're gonna get right into it because we don't want these people waiting, girl. You know how people are. They like get into it. So let me
Yeah.
ask you, what made you I know you a Chi-Town girl, you Midwest, right? So, what made you like? How did you get to start in, getting in a girl group, Jade? And how you guys come up with you guys' name, the word Jade itself?
Well, I'll start with the first question. I moved from Chicago to LA in the 90s because I wanted to sing. I come from Chicago. It's a very musical city right next to Motown. I grew up looking at girl groups, and then there's a lot of female groups from Chicago. The Emotions was one of my favorite groups. The Jones Girls. I don't know if they're from Chicago, but they were. I grew up on them, and so it was just something that I've come from a musical family, and it was something that I really wanted to do. So at the time, it wasn't like now where you can be anywhere and have a music career. You either had to move to LA or move to New York, and so I chose LA because it was not cold. And I got there and I met Tanya and Di through our label, and the name Jade is, well, it's a jewel, but originally, I don't know if people look at Wikipedia. Originally, it was Joy and Debbie from a group that I was in before I met Tanya and Di. And then when we formed the new Jade, which is the only Jade people know, thank God. Well, not thank God, but the only Jade that people know. Thank God I got to sing with such beautiful sisters. We just added an E to the name and kept it moving. It's like, that's who we are. We're going to keep Jade.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what's,
Three
we
jewels.
up here
Three
showing
jewels,
you.
you know?
Right. Yes. And someone just said, I still listen to them today. Okay, hit the spot. All right, now. And we up here showing the music video too. And like, look at them. Look at you guys' fashion, the combat boots, the style. I mean, you guys really had it going on back then. You guys had like your own vibe and everything like that. I'm like, I love the video. Like I told you, I was up here singing the song earlier before we came on, and I can't get
A lot of those
enough
people
of
were
it.
actual friends of ours. We didn't like
Uh
hire
huh.
extras. do. We just got on the phone and called up our crew and was like, okay, we're doing a video in the alley in Hollywood. We need y'all to come on down and dance and all that and hang out with us and play. So we really had a good time doing that video. It was real.
Uh, yes, yes. So not only okay, so but you guys have other songs that I love. I Wanna Love You. Your chorus, Don't
Mhm.
Walk Away, your biggest hit. One Woman,
Mhm.
Looking for Mr. Do Right. What was the
Right.
song you love the most? You most you what song do you love the most or you most proud of? Which one would it be for you?
It's like songs are like your children. That's like saying which one of your kids you like more than the other kid. You love all your kids. It's like I don't know. It just depends on the mood. Obviously, Don't Walk Away is the one that gets the crowd moving and all that.
Mhm,
But, when I like to hear good instrumentation, I mean, Blessed is one of my favorites because it was,
mhm,
we remade it from the emotions and Don't Ask My Neighbor, One Woman. I love it because the
mhm,
message is right there. Mr. Do Right, one of my, favorite like jams. And then I mean, I'm the girl. If the love ain't good, I love that song. I mean, 5, 4, 3, 2. You just, every other week they all my children. I can't, just not love the kids. So
Right.
yeah.
Right, I agree with you. But of course, I mean, I Wanna Love You is a banger. I love it too. But it's just something about Don't Walk Away. It's just the minute it cuts on, it gets you jamming. Like, I don't know if you got to see last night. I was sitting here and DJ D Nice, he was going live, and out of nowhere, he's playing your song, playing you guys' a song. And I went and recorded it and posted it on my IG, my Instagram. He sit there, track the post, mention it back on his post on IG. So I'm like,
Uh,
oh my god.
yeah, he's such
it
a sweetheart. Yeah, I'm so glad he
yes.
supports all. Music. We just need the support. We love the sharing. Not just support, but just sharing the memories, sharing the
Mhm.
feel good moments. We need the music. All of us do. So shout out to D Nice. That's my boy.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
you.
girl, I still have the video. I
So,
still actually have the clip. I still have the clip. So because I was sitting here and all I heard, he's going live. It was Sunday night. So I'm just sitting here and I literally just got done talking to you. And all I know, here it come in, he's playing the song, Don't Walk Away. And I'm like, wait a minute, I just got off the
hey,
sound check with her. What in the world? So I was like, let me go record real quick. So I had to record. I'm like, I can't wait to tell her, like, oh my god, hey, DJ Nice just played your music. Like, and I'm sitting right here. It was so dope. So speaking of music video, like
hmm
you guys were coming out right out the '90s. You all had your own style in your music videos. So who came up with the concepts for your music videos?
I think it was a collaboration. Definitely the directors and their teams. They sat down and wrote
Mm-hmm.
treatments. Like I said, with Don't Walk Away, we hired a choreographer to help us with like the chorus steps. But really, for that, we just wanted to have fun. I don't. We had a set, but I think it was just about the party. You know, um, One woman. I think it was the video director that did that. So it just depends. It depended on who we worked with. We relied a lot on their creativity and their eye for what they were doing because
Mm-hmm.
they were the professionals. We stayed in our lane. We let them be in their lane, and and it worked out. It was magic.
Yeah. So especially now, who came up with the fashion for your style for the music video, like what to wear in the videos? Did you guys do that on your own, or did the labels decide that for you guys?
No, I mean in terms of clothes, I think like with the braids and stuff, we started wearing the braids because being on the road a lot, um, and that was pre-weaves and pre-wigs era. It was like, we got a lot of running to do. We got to be up at like 5 o'clock in the morning to be on the radio. We got to do a show all night. We did something that was convenient. And then we found stylists who really knew how to make it look a certain way. So
Mhm.
I think it was a collaboration of convenience and just working with people who understood where we wanted to go with the braids and the different looks that we wanted to do. And the boots, obviously,
Mhm.
shout out to Jodeci. They started the look, Dalvin and Jodeci. And I think everybody just kind of adopted that look and it became kind of the 90s look. So we were just sort of being on trend with that. Yeah.
Right, right. Now, speaking of tour, How did you guys come up with your set list for when you're ready to go on tour? How did you guys decide that?
Um, it really depends on, well, you have different sets. So you have like, if you're doing a short show, like a 15-minute show, if you're doing a 30-minute show, 45-minute show, you change your set list based on the amount of time that you have. We usually try to like start out height, with a bang or something, just more up tempo. Then we kind of curve it down, slow it down a little bit. Then we bring it back up and finish it with the song that everybody wants to hear, Don't Walk Away. And we, go home. So it's
Uh-huh.
really like the flow, just creating the vibe. That's kind of how you put a set list together. And it just depends on the amount
So
of time you have. Hmm.
right, right. So do you think so?
Nobody
Did the
ever
record
asked me that
labels?
question.
Oh, really?
No, no.
I
Nobody said
want to
that
know though. That's what. Wow, are you serious? Oh my god. Okay, so one fan just asked, did you guys have multiple shows back to back in a day/night?
um, no, we just had them. Well, what we do is the routine was we would get up super early in the morning, go
Hmm.
to the radio station, be on the air, usually for like the morning drive or afternoon drive. Then we would leave there and go to the record store because they had record stores back then, and we would do it in store and sign. We would sign these and stuff. All right, it's a whole new world. And then at night we would do shows. So we were literally working from like sun up to sundown. It's a lot of work. It ain't our job is to make it look glamorous and fun and all that,
Uh-huh.
but you do have to be trained. You got to work out. You got to have stamina. You got to know your notes. You got to know your steps. You have to understand the music, and you have to understand people. I mean, there's a lot that goes into the craft, and
Hmm.
so that's why I respect artists in general because our job is to bring the entertainment, the stress relief, the fun.
Hmm.
But it is a craft, and you do have to put in work to make it, look like you are just having fun. So yeah.
Now, one fan just asked, "What was your greatest tour experience?" Toy, put that question back up. Someone, what was your greatest experience being on tour? Wait, but okay,
I'll be,
wait a second. Wait, what was your greatest tour experience? Someone asked.
oh, okay. Whew. There was a lot of. I think we did a summer tour, like a summer jam kind of tour, and
Mhm.
we were on, I think it was Jade, SWV, Silk, Shy, H Town, Naughty by Nature. That was and we toured the whole summer together. That was so much fun because we became friends then. We're still friends to this day. We still, talk to one another to this day. Different groups, members from different groups, we all still have relationships. So I think just we were all young, trying to figure out our careers, the business, our stage stuff, and just being able to see other, it's like you're in concert but you are going to this big concert at the same time, so seeing other people's shows, that was actually a whole lot of fun. Yeah.
Now, wait. Let's rewind back because I was laughing because you said the record store. The record store. It's like I never forget those kind of stores. That's where you can go to the music store and buy CDs.
And
You can
by
go buy this. Go. I know. Don't you
right.
miss that kind of fun stuff? What happens to that?
Well, technology, things change. That no matter the industry, technology always brings you something different. So
Mm-hmm.
that was an experience for our time, those who were able to have it.
Mm-hmm.
And
Not only that, you can like now with iTunes, you can go simply type in like Jay and go download the one song that you need, and it costs either
right.
99 cents or $1.29. So I mean, yes, times has really changed. So
I mean, they had
did you?
singles back then, little small singles or the cassettes back when they had cassettes, and it was like $1.29. So singles have been around. It wasn't as convenient. You still had to leave your house to go get it, though. Yeah.
Right, exactly. So did the record labels ever force you ladies to have more sex appeals in your music videos than allow your vocals to be heard?
No, I mean they didn't really. It wasn't that kind of control. I think that naturally our personalities sort of brought that out. That's kind of who we are as people. It was what we wanted to hear in our songs. And then we did what was based on the song. So, like the Mr. Do Right video, we actually wanted to have a real sexy video. And just, I think just the way we move naturally, that's just who we are. You can't not be yourself. Nobody can really, I mean, I guess you can force sexuality. That's what porno is. But we didn't really, did I say that?
Girl, you can say
But
whatever. This is live. We don't care.
but no, I think we were just that's we liked being that was who we are, who we were. So
Did you ever?
nobody forced us to do nothing like that.
Okay, so Rich Voss over in the UK, he's up right now. He's staying up late. He said, "Did you think that?" He said, "Do you think that DWA was going to be a surefire classic when you finish working on it?"
I knew that it was going to be a classic when I heard the beat drop because originally it was not for us. It was for Stephanie Mills. And we were actually finished with our album and leaving the studio, and they were putting up the track for their next session. And when I heard dun, I was like, oh no, we are not leaving until we get that song. I don't care if the album is done. We got to have that song. And then the Ronnie, who wrote the song with Basal Benford, they both wrote and produced it. He went in the kitchen. It was like 3 o'clock in the morning. He wrote it in like 20 minutes. We recorded it and finished it that night, and that was it. And he was like, okay, we good now. We can leave now. But we staged the city. Like, we're not leaving. You can try to put us out, but no, we got to have that one. You're not finna put us out. It's gonna
Right,
never get.
but see, that's how it is though. Certain songs belong to certain people. Like I couldn't
Yeah.
imagine Stephanie Mills singing "Don't Walk Away" because
Well,
of her voice.
Don't Walk Away wasn't written. It was just the track that was written. It was
Right.
Ronnie wrote the song for
Mhm.
us, but the music was originally for her. So, I don't know what they were going to do. And I guess I shouldn't say that because if I was her, I'd be a little salty at us for that. So I'm going to stop. I'm not going to say that. My last time talking about that. Okay.
Okay, Debbie Ula, what's up, girl? Okay, she wants to know: have you ever been starstruck?
Um, yes, but not with Jade. Before I got into Jade, I actually did A&R for a label called Quest Records, which was
Mhm.
owned by Quincy Jones. So I worked for Quincy Jones. And so I got a chance before I even did Jade to meet a lot of people and talk to a lot of people. And believe it or not, because my dad was such a fan, I was starstruck when I met Miles Davis. I was like, okay, this is legendary status. Oh my God, what am I experiencing right now?
Right.
So yeah.
Okay, so Tanya Blazer said, "No shade, but Stephanie Mills couldn't have done it the way you guys did it. No point intended, but you guys did it perfect." Like I agree. I mean, some like I
I
said,
don't
certain
know.
songs
Stephanie's
are
a
for.
bee. She can say whatever she want. I mean, I get on the no shade part, but we are talking about the Miss Stephanie Mills now, so we don't know
Right,
what she.
right.
It could have been a whole different song because, like I said, the lyrics and melody weren't written. It was just the music, so they could have turned it into something fantastic. So, but we ain't gonna keep talking about that. We're gonna move on.
Right, right. So you
Let me see
became a
Stephanie
solo
Mills.
artist. Me too. So you became a solo artist, and a song. Oh, I love this song you did. "Love Language" is a Chicago soul style single. What inspired you to record this song?
I just wanted to do something. Oh, that's when I had my makeup on. Okay. I just wanted to do something that reminded me of where I came from, Chicago. I grew up stepping. I went to, step of steps, as we called it. It was just a part of who I am as a person. And so I thought, well, when I do a song, I want to do something that authentically reflects who I am and where I'm from. And I got with these guys who were from Indiana, another, Midwest. It's kind of a Midwest sound. So, um,
Mhm.
and they brought the track and we did, you know, I just like, let's just have some fun. I did it just for the fun, just to put something out and just to. but I liked it a lot. So it was a great time.
Yes, and
And
you Chicago stepping, and Midwest Kansas down here we got our own two stepping down here, so it's a Midwest thing when it comes to
yeah,
two
it's
stepping.
kind of like, yeah, we gotta do that, right?
Yeah,
And
I know. We gotta like when I finally meet you, we got a two step. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah, like okay,
exactly.
okay. Monica Kelly asks, "How did you ladies come together as a group?"
We came together. We met through as a combination of the record producer, Vasal Benford, who introduced Tanya to me, and then Tanya and I met Di through the guys who brought me to the label Icon Entertainment, and so we were sort of introduced kind of after the deal was done to do the Class Act soundtrack, which was I Want to Love You. And so through I guess you could say, the producer, the label, and the production company that brought me to the label introduced all of us. Oh, you better have your graphics out there. And
Hey, that's my movie. Of course, I got it on DVD, so I know that is my movie. But yes, I had to put it up. I was like, when I say Class Act, I'm like, I know, I remember that song wasn't Class Act. That's my movie. Like I watch it all the time. That's nothing new. So you written a book about the music industry titled "Answers to the 20 Most Asked Questions About the Music Business." How important is it now for the young generation of music artists to know about the music industry?
let me tell you, it's important for every artist to know about their craft. Um,
Mm-hmm.
with that book, I wrote that in like 2004, but
Mm-hmm.
some of the information is a little antiquated because we have technology. Hey, Tracy Mathis. Um, but what's important with that book is, first of all, understanding your artistry, who you are as an artist, what type of artist you are, so that you can be true to who you are. And then now, because you have so much access directly to your consumer, you need to know
Mm-hmm.
what the steps are to get to your fan base, and how you make money. You need to know how you make money, and then you kind of
Mm-hmm.
just create your business plan around where the money is. And I'm not saying, I want to be clear, it's not all about the money, but if you intend to do this as a job and as for a
Mm-hmm.
living, you get paid, or otherwise you have to. It's a hobby. You know what I mean? So
Mm-hmm.
what are the ways to get paid, that people in the industry get paid, whether it's songwriting, production, singing, being on stage, endorsement deals, partnerships, all of that kind of stuff, direct to consumer purchasing through streaming and through, I guess people still download, I'm not sure, but you need to know how you get paid, how much you get paid from each source, and then create a business plan around that. And so that's what I was uh, trying to do with that book in 2004. But like I said, because it was so long ago, the business part, the money part is not,
Mm-hmm.
it's sort of antiquated. It's no longer relevant. But the artistry and setting up your life and how to put your team together and how to build your career and figuring out what you are, because you are a product, and you have to
Mm-hmm.
know what you're going to sell. And just like any other product, whether you're toilet paper or Coca-Cola, there's marketing and branding and all of those things that go into place. And you do need to understand, you know, why you're choosing the kinds of songs that you're choosing, who your audience is, what your demographics are. It's just, there's a lot that goes into it. But from that book, I started teaching, doing workshops, and you know, just helping people along the way. I've helped a lot of artists to get their point together and get their priorities straight in terms of being presented as a full package artist. Because there's a lot that goes into it. Things I learned from Jade and from doing A&R with Quest Records. Yeah,
Okay, so
that's
would you say that you have to have basically, if the music don't work out, you have to have at least a plan B just in case you don't make it in the industry.
Well, um, that's a double-edged sword because sometimes when you have a plan B, you don't really fully go after plan A. And so, I, have it, but have it way in the back of your mind. Don't have it in the front. Don't have the thought of, well, if I do this, if this don't work out while you're pursuing your career, because your thoughts really do matter, and how the energy you put into what you're doing as you're doing it matters. So if you have a thought of, you know, this may not work out while you're trying to pursue it, you may create something in your life you don't want. So just go for it. Just learn what you need to learn and go for it. Don't think about plan B unless you are falling on hard times. Then, if you got a brain and a body, you can only work two ways. You either use your body to work or use your brain to work. And by body, I mean you work in the service industry, you drive a bus, you are a waitress, you a janitor. Some it's either physical work with your body.
Mm-hmm.
Even with the singer, you're singing and dancing. I'm using my throat, so you can either do that or you're using your brain, computers, technology. So it's only two ways you can work. So go for plan A. That's what I'm gonna say. Then give plan A everything you got. Don't play around with
Right.
plan A. So yeah.
So, someone asked a question. Well, how come girl groups? I just seen it up there. Somebody asked, "Why do you think there are almost no girl groups now?"
Um, I think things happen in seasons. It's like, where are the boy groups? We were in an era of groups. You know,
Mm-hmm.
we uh, you know, it just depends on the flavor. Now it's about girls that are solo artists, her and Ella May and you know, just all the young women who I could name. It's a plethora of just strong female singers now that are, you know, Jasmine Sullivan, and just that's the generation that's happening right now. So that's the season that we're in. And life goes in ebbs and flows. And so maybe we'll turn around and then there'll be another season of what happens is, from the record perspective too, is once something is successful, then the other labels go and duplicate it. So
Mm-hmm.
I guarantee you, if one girl group comes out that just like kills the game,
Mm-hmm.
another label is going to get them a girl group. That's what's going to happen. So, you know.
Well, not only that, I've noticed if you go back all the way to the '60s, you have like Supremes and Martha and the Vandellas, and you see how their style was. They was all dressed up in dresses, and they looked a certain type, and they did all the what they call artist development. And then came in the '70s, you had the Sisters slash the Pointer Sisters, then you had the LaBelles, then you had the '80s, and then you had Salt and Pepper. Then here come the '90s with you
Climax,
guys,
salt, yeah.
yeah, Climax. Yeah, you had all. Well, that's a girl group band. They had their own different thing. And then here come the '90s with you guys, and you had Salt and Pepper. TLC was, had their rapping. They had a girl who rapped, Lisa Left Eye Lopez, and then you guys in Vogue, and then Destiny's Child. So then it came 2000s. It's like girl groups
Yeah,
went down. Yeah, they went down by that time.
yeah, because then it became about pop music in America became about, how do I say this? It moved more away from like soul music because the '90s brought you back soul. It was like a reiteration of '60s. We had a lot of groups in the '60s. It was like a new Motown. That's what the
Mm-hmm.
'90s were. And then when you moved into the 2000s, it became more of, Britney Spears and more white groups
Christina
that
Aguilera.
Christina Aguilera, and they're all talented, but it's like the business follows the money. So it's like once you have a Britney Spears and she's selling the way she's selling, then suddenly the idea is, well, let's all get that, and so they start signing that, and then they shelve other things, or it's a business. It ain't personal. It's like that, and so unfortunately, the audience gets whatever is trendy financially for
Mm-hmm.
the business entities that's putting the money behind the artists, because they're about, how do I get this money right now, the most of
Right.
it. Yeah.
Right. So, but what about, I noticed even back then they picked their lead singers. If you paid it like the LaBelles had Patty, then you have Destiny Child had Beyonce. It's always they pick that lead singer stands out more from the group and then cause problems and everything. So that person becomes successful and the rest are just sitting back like, hey, what about us? Do you think that also causes a problem too for girl groups?
People always say that about girl groups, but it really is it's group dynamics. I mean, that's like people at
Mm-hmm.
your job. If something, it doesn't matter whether you're in a singing group or if you're in a group at work or a group in, groups have different dynamics, and not everybody is the same. And so, um, what somebody say? Oh, that's a good question. I'm sorry.
That was
So,
Rich.
right, I'm trying to read. I
That's
think
Rich
it's
Bobs. He
really,
said those videos. Yeah.
yeah,
You-
you're crazy. Uh, but yeah, I think that just people have different interpretations of what is happening in the moment when you deal with groups, and it's
Mhm.
harder to get any type of group on the same page, whether it's the church group, the school group, your band. All bands break up, whether it's the Rolling Stones or the Beatles or Jade or SWV or Escape or In Vogue or
Mhm.
Destiny's Child. Groups, they made this band for a period of time. The Jonas Brothers. It don't matter who they are. In sync. That's what groups do. It's like
Mhm.
groups do that because people grow, change. The business changes. People, like I said, people have different interpretations of their experience, and
Mhm.
it's valid for all of them. So they may have different reasons. I don't know if it's, well, let me pluck you out of this group. I mean, they could say that about Justin Timberlake. It's like, well, okay, you're the Justin Timberlake. We're gonna, you know, pluck you out of that group. They could say that about New Edition. They had, Ralph Tresvant, but then they formed BBD out of this. Then you got Bobby Brown, you got Johnny Gill, you got, you know what I mean. So it's just, who
Mhm.
knows? I know
So,
people like to say that,
right.
like, oh, put her up front and do it. It's not really like that. I mean, if that person is the lead because that's what the music calls for, or the
Mhm.
sound, because it's not like record companies pick what they think they can sell. So you
Mhm.
really, you know, you're singing lead. I mean, in my group, we all sang lead on different songs, and individually, and then we sang lead on songs together. So um, it just depends on the group, I think. You know, I know in Vogue they share leads.
Right.
I think labels don't care if the song is hot. They really don't care about your life like that.
Right. Exactly.
What's gonna sell? That's what they care about. You are a product, child. So
Yeah, we gotta sell this product. So hey, it is what it is.
yeah,
Now Tanya Blazer asks, do you think the music industry will make room for girl groups again? And what girl group did Jay see as their biggest competition?
will the industry make room for girl groups again? They will make room for girl groups if girl groups make money. It's a business. They don't. It's not personal. It's not about we're gonna set trends. If a girl group comes in the room and they have a hot song, or they
Mm-hmm.
got the best TikTok, or the best, they're dancing, or they're doing something that's bringing attention and cash to the table,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, there's a whole lot of girl groups out there. They don't care. It's like, we'll put out what's going to sell. Um,
Mm-hmm.
our biggest competition, I am of the thought that, just like when I was growing up
Mm-hmm.
as a fan of music, I didn't think about I liked the Jones Girls and the Emotions. I liked Shaka
Mm-hmm.
Khan and Diana Ross and Patti LaBelle. So as a consumer, I didn't see any of them as competing with each other. They were just all giving me good music. So as an artist, I don't really come to anything like I'm an athlete. Like we got to play. We got, 4 quarters. We got to get so many points. And then there's the score tally. It's not really like that in music because just like you have people on your show who
Mm-hmm.
like us, You have people who like SWV, TLC, In Vogue, Escape, because I like all of them. So I don't really. I mean, I guess if you're of that competitive mindset, that you could think like that, but it ain't. It don't. It
Hmm.
doesn't really, because you buy my record don't mean you don't have enough money to buy a SWV record. I bought both.
Right.
I buy TLC and Escape, so it doesn't really fit. But people like to say that because like, people like drama, but I I didn't really see, and I didn't. I don't think we didn't think in terms of competition because we didn't feel like
Mhm.
you only had $9 to your name, and if once you bought their record, you couldn't buy ours. That's the only time you could have competition if there can be only one winner. If you can only buy
Right.
one record, yeah. So,
Right. And
mhm.
so, like Sheila Baker just asked, what would you tell your younger self?
Girl, it's all gonna be okay. Don't worry about nothing. I'll tell myself it's gonna be all right. Don't do not sweat the small stuff. Life is
Uh-huh.
good if you look at it that way. Everything that seems, when I was younger, I was very concerned with success because that's the
Hmm.
American way of thinking.
Hmm.
You go to school, you get a job, you climb the corporate ladder, you get that VP suite, the CEO. America is very consumeristic and um, uh, success and achievement oriented. So I bought into that, and I think a lot of us do. So what I know now that I didn't have quite a, as much of a grasp on then is that when you die, it doesn't matter because you really can't take nothing with you. So it's more about the relationships, the quality of the relationships you have, and are you in peace? Do you have peace? Whether it's peace in your relationships with your man, peace in your household with your kids, peace with work, um, and once you can ride that wave of just like you in
Right.
the flow, peace, so many good things come to you. You don't even have to be sweating nothing. You don't have to be thinking about, oh, I got to go get this. You leave that sort of, that's a competitive mindset. When
Hmm.
God is a creator and we're made in his image and likeness. I don't mean to preach real quick, but I'm going to. We're
No, but
made
go
in his
ahead.
image. So if we
Hmm.
come to life from a creator's perspective, what can I create today? Even saying, God, what do you want to create through me, today? And we stay on that path. I guess that could be purpose there. We stay on that path and we just create through life and we pay attention to the business without worrying about the business and worrying about whether it could be taken away and being fearful and afraid and am I as good as this person? Is not do I have these numbers? I just really I bleed. My heart bleeds for these young kids that Instagram follower. How many followers do I have? Your followers is like that's how much I'm worth. That is so untrue and it's so destructive to your spirit and your soul because what matters is are you contributing? Did you contribute something? I feel like Jade contributed to the world. Am I contributing something that's worthwhile for humanity? You ain't got to be saint, you ain't got to be holier than thou. But am I contributing something? Does it matter to me and the people who know me? Is it based on the truth? Is it congruent with who I am as a person? Or am I out here being fake? Am I just TikToking and beating myself over the head with bottles and, breaking bottles over my head for attention? Or am I doing something that means something? And am I growing in that direction? But all this chasing followers and Instagram likes and TikTok this and I feel bad because they don't know the difference and their esteem and sense of self-worth is tied into you know how many people like me from the outside who have no idea who I am, and so I need
Hmm.
to create this person living that phony and living that fake. It's kind of like being in the music business, but we know we're doing it, and it's only for a short time. But it's for the purpose of I'm coming here to give you pleasure with this music. It's not I'm famous because I need people to love me and people to like me, and you know, it's no, it's part of me doing my job for the purpose of delivering the music. But I know when I go home, I'm good. But you know, if you're on your phone 34/7, you cannot detach from being concerned about who likes you and who don't like you, and who's
Right.
following you and who's not following you. You know, you will get followers and likes when you do some shit that's worth it. People will fall, they will find you when you do good work and you put any effort into marketing. If you do it quality, you'll get there. It may take you longer than you want. I know patience is a
Mm-hmm.
commodity these days, but you
But
know,
yeah, a virtue.
it's a virtue.
Yes. Yes. Now, if you just want to preach your whole entire interview, you can, girl. You just keep talking. We
Girl,
just gonna
don't
sit
get me
here.
started. Girl,
I mean,
don't
just
get me
girl, just
started.
keep preaching, keep talking. People was up here like, yes, girl, speak the truth. Like, okay, hi,
I
like,
do.
girl, just keep talking. We just listening. They sitting back listening. They enjoying this though. But
Oh,
someone
okay.
did ask. Someone did ask, "Are you ladies still touring? Can we expect anything new from you?" Monica Kelly wants to know.
Monica Kelly, hey girl, hey. Um, we are talking about it, so we don't know yet. We will see. We'll see.
And then someone asked about the show Encore, which is a show I watched, the BT Encore,
Yeah,
where they have all
yeah,
those former. Did you hear about the new
girl,
show Encore on
yeah.
BT about forming a girl supergroup? What you think of that show? Because I watched it last night. I had to catch up. New episode came out.
That's funny because Coco, I think, is doing she's going to do some kind of like coaching or something on there. I think, you know, it's television. So
Mm-hmm.
part of the business of television is to create drama because you have to keep watching it or it's going to be boring. So some of it is real and I know some of it is manufactured. So what I think about it overall is if they can, if any one of them can maintain a level of integrity without going too
Mm-hmm.
far with the drama,
Mm-hmm.
if they have a real reason for being there, you know, maybe a super group will come out of it. If that happens, that would be great. I'll go see them if they can sing like that and put on the show. I'm down. I've been in the house too long. I, I'm happy.
Okay, so Tracy Methods wants to know: Are you working on an album now or in the future?
Um, I may work on something in the future. It will just be something that I do for because I feel like doing it,
Mm-hmm.
for the love of music. It'll be authentic to me, and yeah, you never know.
Cool.
So
That's what's up. Hey, Tracy Matthews. She's like, hey, hey. Monica Kelly was like, hey. And is anyone from Chi-Town, let us know. Represent y'all state. Let us know where you guys are from. Tracy Matthews said that's integrity. Okay. Hey. So yeah,
that's
let us
it.
know where you guys
Yeah,
come. Dion Jackson said, come tell the truth.
that's the
Yes,
truth. You know, I
yes.
got it for you.
So
I can give it to you, but what you gonna do with it is the question. No, okay. But that was a
Colleen.
reference. Let me go back. Okay.
All right. Now, like I said, everyone, if you share the link, share the video, send it to your family and friends. Let come watch Miss Joi Marshall because she's up here speaking the truth. Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Tracy Mathis said, "Yes, I cannot wait." Okay, girl.
Thank you,
Hi.
Tracy. I
That's my homie. I
appreciate
know
that.
Tracy. That's like my sis.
Hey,
Okay,
sis.
so artists go through a lot of ups and downs being in the music industry, while some artists don't get to stay in the industry for longevity. What keeps you
Mhm.
performing?
What I think just because I love it. You know, I've done this all my life. I started when I was a little kid. I've wanted to sing. I've been in, you know, from talent shows to it's just it's a part of who I am. It's the gifts that God has given me, and it's just something that I love. So as long as I'm physically able to do it, I want to continue to do it because I do love it. Yeah, it's the love. The love.
Now Tanya Blazer, what is put Tanya's back up there. She it was something she just said. Like I'm up here at the same time you're talking. I'm texting her to tell, hey, no, put such and such question back up here. So I'm multitasking at the same time. But this is what
Okay.
we do. Like, look at that performance. That is hey. Okay, she said, love
Hey,
your answers in the way you think and process things. Tanya Blazer just said that.
hey, Tanya, I appreciate that. It's one of the things I have done over the years outside of Jade is
Mm-hmm.
personal development coaching and business coaching. And when I
Mm-hmm.
do that with uh, students or clients or group, um, having the right mindset, having the right purpose, understanding your why you're doing something is so important because it informs every decision that you make. If you know why you're really doing something, if you're doing it for the money, you're gonna make certain decisions. If you're doing it for the love, you're gonna make certain decisions. If you're doing it for
Mm-hmm.
popularity, you're gonna make certain decisions. And you really have to get to a place where you're doing it because it is a part of who you are. So I was saying, I like to say, even with the coaching and all that, I've always been a natural born cheerleader and motivator and rah 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 system by with all my friends and stuff. And so I turned it into a business where I have helped businesses grow, fashion businesses. And those are things I've done behind the scenes, personal consulting and things like that. Because I think that having the right mindset and a good business plan, uh, and then the motivation to continue to do it when it does not work out the way you want it in that moment, because not everything is going to be what you want when you want it.
Mm-hmm.
You be able
Mm-hmm.
to have the tools to stay in it when it's hard, and breathe through it without falling out and having, a tantrum and quitting. Because you quit when you feel like it's harder than what you can handle. And if you wait, I find if you're doing it for the right reasons and you wait just a little bit while longer, or sometimes you have to just stop and take a break and go, okay, I don't know what the hell I'm doing right now. I don't know how to do this, where I'm going with this, what this all means, why I'm doing it. I don't even know. I just know that I want to do it, but I have no idea what I'm doing and how to do this. I have found I use a thing called the question answer method. I have found,
Mm-hmm.
and this is a spiritual technique, if I say, God,
Mm-hmm.
what do I do now? If I either get the answer immediately, I get it when I'm in the shower later on, or when I first wake up the next morning. The answer always comes, is the point. And the answer you get, you do that
Mm-hmm.
thing. Like Martin Luther King said, you only have to take one step at a time. You know what the goal is, but you only got two legs. You can only take one step at a time. And you quit when you're going too far
Mm-hmm.
from where you actually are right now. You know what I mean? If you can't grow beyond your capacity. Meaning, if you only got the capacity to do this right now, quit worrying about the fact that you're not on Netflix. You know what I mean? You are where you are, and you do it where you are with what you got. You become a master where you are, and life will take you to the next level. You know what I mean? And you ask the
Mm-hmm.
question, if you're confused, you say, what do I do now? Well, what do I do now? I don't know what the hell I'm doing. What am I supposed to, not in a frustrated way, you just sit and you quiet, you breathe through it. What do I do now? Because I don't really know what to do next and I'm frustrated. Don't worry about none of that. Just ask, what do I do now? Because all you can do is what you can do right now. Not what I can
Exactly.
do next month. Yeah. hmm Somebody said,
Calling, please just call it Jinkies. Rich Vibes wants to know what. Richard Vibes wants to know what countries did you visit on tour and where were your favorite places?
so, wow. I've been to in Europe. I've been to England and Austria, Germany. I mean, Asia, we've been to Japan, Korea, um
Mm-hmm.
South America. Uh, one of my favorite places actually is London. I love London. I love the city of London. I love the people. I love the food in Brixton. Michelle, shout out to Michelle's Jamaican spot in Brixton. Um,
Hmm.
it's called Cotton's actually, but it's owned by this woman Michelle. So if y'all in the UK, go to Cotton's in Brixton because the food is amazing. And where else? I mean, everywhere. I love to travel. That's part of who I am. So yeah, that part.
Okay, okay. Shout out to Sonya K. She said "shot out" on here earlier. I heard her put on there "shot out" here. Okay, okay, Sonya K.
Southside.
I see you, girl. Now, okay, I met this group back in when they came to Kansas City, and then there she goes, Sonya K. Shot Town here. Hey,
Okay,
girl. And now I met
girl.
this girl
I
group,
think that my ears
Sister
feel like.
Sled.
Mm-hmm.
So I
Okay,
met
go ahead.
Sister Sledge here, yeah, when I was in fifth grade. Okay, they came to Kansas City, and I
Okay.
got their autograph and everything. Now I was able to pull up a video of you guys performing with the Sister Sledge. How did you guys get the opportunity to perform with that sister group?
Yes, that was one of the highlights. I mean, because they're icons, okay?
Mm-hmm.
We
Yes.
are family. To be able to sing that song with them was amazing. And I think that it was a 70s award show. It was Sister Sledge and Casey and the Sunshine Band. But with the fact that we got to sing with them was just amazing. I don't even know how it came about. I guess our record label or the PR department, I don't know who did it, but I was glad they did it. So, hey, shout out to them. So,
Yes. Yeah, they came here in like my fifth grade year at casinos. At the time, it's called Flamingo Casino. And that
mhm.
night, I was with my grandmother, my aunt, my cousin, and they had a little. As soon as I walked in, they're performing "We Are Family." And that time, I'm in fifth grade. I didn't know who they were, and I remember they got off stage. I'm sitting, waiting, chilling. They go to eat. At the time, it was Debbie, Joni, who's now passed away, and Kim Sledge. So the next thing you know, as they sit down and eating, and you know you're a kid, so go and ask the waiter. You know, he tells me, I'm like, hey, you think they could? Can I like sign an autograph or something? I can get something. He goes to talk to him, and Kim comes over, signs my autograph for me, and let me just say, I still have it till this day. I don't. I just still have
Yeah.
it.
Frame that. That's history right there. That's yeah. That's
I
part of the
know.
yeah. Oh wow, I love
Yes.
them.
Okay. So, I know they're amazing. And Tracy Matthews asked if you could collaborate with an artist, male or female, who will it be?
Uh, Probably my cousin Donnell Jones, cause I love him, and he wrote "If the Love Ain't Good" on our second album, and I just think he's a dope artist. And Chi Town. He writes the kind of music that I really like. Um,
Mhm.
so it would be Donnell Jones.
Okay. Okay. So Tanya Blazer asks, do it where you are with what you've got. Breathe and be
Mhm.
still. Ask God and wait for the answer. Then just do it. I'm going to embrace that.
It'll change your life, Tanya. I'm telling you, it makes life less stressful and it's available to all of us. It's part of the knock, seek, ask, but it's just a way to do it. And while you're asking, let go. Don't forget that part. Ask the question, let it go, and wait for the answer. And when you get the answer, do it. Don't wait. Don't ask the
Yes.
question and still worry yourself to death. Just don't ask like, oh my God, what do I do? Just ask, okay, God, what do I do now? And say thank you, and then let it go. Just let it go. Then you're gonna get this idea, or somebody's gonna call you. Something, it happens. And I'm telling you, my whole life has gone that way. When I moved from Chicago to LA, I said one of the things I said is I'm not going to say I want to be a singer. I'm going to say I am. I mean, I want to be a recording artist. I'm going to say I am a recording artist. So when people would ask me,
Hmm.
would then they would meet me, they would say, "Oh, what do you do?" I would say, "Oh, I'm a recording artist." Now I hadn't
Hmm.
recorded not one thing. I hadn't been in one studio there, but that was what I declared. And then, I started asking God, well, how do I do this? So what do I do now? What do I do to actually do it? and I didn't worry about it.
Mhm.
I wasn't stressing. I wasn't, desperate and thirsty and all of that. That came later, but uh, that that it worked, and then just things just rolled, and you know, yeah, what's up, Rich Vibes.
Mm.
Yeah, so it
Hey.
just worked. It really does work, Tracy. So use it, girl.
Yes. 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 So okay, movies like Classic, which is my favorite. The Six Men, also my favorite. Panther
Mhm.
and The Inkwell Girl, that is a classic. These are the
Yeah,
movies you did soundtracks for, and appeared in. He's appeared in The Inkwell. So,
yes.
if someone was to make the movie about Jay, what kind of
I
story do you think should be told from your perspective? What kind of story would you want told?
absolutely love that question. I think it should be a um, story about a time period. It should be a time period, to go over like the 90s. Um, and the scene should be what was happening then just around town. I mean, it would have to be a story of who we are, but women who found their voice and found their careers in the music business. But I think that finding your voice, meaning finding out who you are, in addition to finding out what you do, is important. I think that's the story of us.
Okay. Yes. So let me ask you,
Yeah.
girl, this is for me. I just want to
Yeah.
know, have you ever thought about having a hype girl?
What? A hype girl?
Have you ever thought about a hype girl? Would you be interested in having Priscilla as your hype girl?
Like on stage, like, hey, everybody, it's
Yeah, be way,
Jade.
way over there.
Well,
Way over
you
there, girl.
definitely got the skills. If we ever had, I ain't never thought about that before. You coming up with something I wasn't asked and never thought about, but okay, I'm put that on. I'm put that on my mind now that you done said it. So I
Yeah, yeah.
never thought about it. I mean, we didn't have no hype man. So the groups have hype people. The singers
I
have
don't
hype.
know, girl. I'm asking for you.
Just because it ain't been done, don't mean it can't be done. You know what I mean? So I don't
I always gotta throw myself somewhere in the questions,
put
but
girl,
like
put it
for
out
real,
there. You have not because you
but
have
like
not.
okay, so Rich Bob said, "Would you do the answer phone message skit just for me to put on my phone?" LOL.
No, I'm not doing that.
We're not doing that.
You've been doing the most on this chat. So that for that, no, I didn't hear them talk about legs and booty and something. I don't know. I'm like, no.
Okay, Joy. Okay, Joy. What is the next chapter for Joi Marshall?
My next chapter is the chapter that I'm in right now, which is I am continuing to teach and coach and, help people become who they are,
Mm-hmm.
um, get from A to B from
Mm-hmm.
based on where you are right now with what you got right now. I'm the where you at and with what you got, coach. So that's what so that's what I'm doing.
All right, now, so listen. Let me ask you a question. I know they done it with the verse battles. They did it with Escape and SWV. But say if the verse battle did all the '90s girl groups decide to bring you all together, would you be interested in doing that? The verse battle.
Yeah. I mean, I think it would be fun. I think it's a way for people to to re-listen to the music, to see live performances, to to have fun. I like the fact that for some reason when women have done the verses, it turns into a party and a sisterhood. It's not like a battle.
Mm-hmm.
We don't break it down like that, because that's not, I guess, feminine energy or whatever, for the most part. But absolutely, I would do it. Yeah.
Okay, that's what I'm talking about. Okay, so Rich Bob said, how Rich Bob's ain't in right now."
You want me to call
Oh my
you?
god.
He want me to do a drop for him. Is that what it is?
Oh, it's probably. And then Tanya Blake, thank you, Tanya. She said Miss Watley, the hype girl. All right now.
Hey, Yeah.
Okay, speaking of fun, before you get out of here, I'm gonna get ready to
Mm,
ask you. It's 60 seconds, 10 questions. They go real quick. It's like Family
okay.
Feud, but this is Old School Tuesday Turnup hood version of it. So it's 10
Love.
questions. You got the answer. You got to
Okay.
answer real quick.
Okay.
Okay, hold on, top boy. Let's put the time up. There's a timer on here. You got 60 seconds. It's gonna go by.
Okay.
10 easy questions.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, here we go. All right. Favorite ice cream.
Chocolate.
Favorite dish.
Deep dish pizza.
Favorite movie.
Mahogany.
Favorite comedian.
Dave Chappelle.
Favorite love song.
It's to do right.
Favorite color.
Orange.
Favorite sunrise or sunset.
Sunset.
Chicken or ribs.
Chicken.
Grits with salt. Grits with sugar or grits with salt.
Grits with sugar.
Last question. Name the artist in group you would like to see come on Old School Tuesday Turnup.
Uh, Shy. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
the group is Shy. The artist is.
Okay.
Ah! I don't know. I don't know. Chinese. Chinese.
Oh my God! You know how many people been asking me about her? That is so crazy. I've been asking everybody about her. But all right, you know what, Miss Joy? Before we go, you know what you got to do. You got to like do a snippet of your "Don't Walk Away."
Five,
If please,
4, 3,
oh boy, what?
2,
Okay.
1.
You see how he
Is
does
that,
it? You got to do a
is that from
snippet.
the game or a snippet? From
Yeah, a snippet. I mean,
Oh,
snippet. If you want me to participate.
boy. You want to do it to the Jeopardy music? Oh, okay.
No, we're taking it off. I would help you, but I told you I can't sing, and my lip singing is on point. But I don't want to
Oh,
hurt. I don't want to
okay.
do all that. But
I'll do it. Ain't no problem. Don't
all right,
walk
go ahead.
away, boy. My love won't hurt you. No, no. Don't walk away, boy. I'll be right there for you. I got all this love waiting just for you. I just gotta know that your love is true. Can't keep running, boy, in and out my life. Wanna be a girl now, 'cause the mood is right. Although I didn't sing lead on that song, but
Yeah.
if I
If
let
I let
you
you,
from inside tomorrow, will you hide? Will you be there for me when I need someone to hold? Baby, don't misunderstand. I do want you for my man. I just need a little. Oh, I just need a little time. I almost forgot the song. Before you pass my love. Yeah, it don't go like that, but yeah.
all right, cool. That's what's up. Name one thing you would like to see yourself doing before 2021 is up. Name one thing.
Before 2021 is over.
Yeah,
Mm,
one thing.
probably being on stage.
Okay.
I'd like to see that. Yeah, singing. But I don't know if the world is going to shut back down or open back up. But yeah, I'd like, I always like being doing music on stage,
Okay.
maybe in the studio, stuff like
Cool.
that.
All right. Now, do you have any advice for me and for Old School Tuesday Turn Up?
In what area? I got a lot of advice. You just have to tell me. Okay, yeah, I have a question for you.
Okay.
Uh, what do you want?
What do I want?
What do you want?
I want this show to, as far as the show wise, you talking about? I
You
want.
said
Let me.
Miss Watley and Old School Tuesday, right? So I said,
Yeah, like, well, let's say for the show. Let's not for me. Let's say for the show. We was like, what advice would you have for the show? Let's say it like that.
what do you want? Because you are the show.
Right. So I wanted to basically go to a level that is no one's never done before.
What is
See it become well. I definitely would love to see a network pick up the show.
okay?
Be stay on the same time that I'm on right now, 7 o'clock prime time. No one's
Mhm.
really on prime time on networks. I would love to be on prime time. I would also like to. I'm not trying. I don't want to duplicate what someone else did. I want to do what old school is here to do. Be what it's supposed to be. Bring in more artists. For someone like I told you, on Sunday, people wouldn't think to go interview. I want to go pull those people, give them a chance to tell their story, what they've been through in the industry, even if they're singers, comedians, um, soul train dancers, or just anything they've been in the field of entertainment. I want to be able to be the one that will interview them, and I want it to be where it becomes not only a show. I would love for it to become like an old school turn up tour. Yeah, turn it into a tour as well, and bring on and take the artists that I already interviewed to put them on the old school turn up tour. I would definitely love to see that. Let it manifest, do something that no one never took. They done with their show. So make it level up. Like right now, I'm on a ladder and I'm climbing and I'm just trying to make my way to the top. But at the same time, I'm taking baby steps to get there. So I'm not right now in a rush. So that's what I want
Okay,
for the
so
show.
the reason why I asked you a question and didn't give you advice is because you don't. I can't give real, authentic advice until I really understand what it is that you want, right? So
Right,
I heard what you said. I know what you want. So and you are on the ladder. So you wrote all of that down, right?
right,
That you wrote your vision down. You have a whole vision and the mission statement. You wrote that down, right? So
right.
my advice is to ask, what do I do now?
Okay.
And wait and listen. And when you hear it, do it. And do that every step on the run of the ladder. Once you get on this run and you
Hmm.
master that, say, what do I do now? Not next, but now. What do I do now? What do I need to be doing right now? And it's going to come to you. And if you don't, email me. But I bet you it will. I promise you it will actually. Say, what do I need to do now? Something's going to well up. Somebody's going to call you, say something. You're going to get your inspiration in the shower. That's usually where mine comes. I don't know, something about the water. Just like my spirit must be open or something. But
Hmm.
write down the vision and ask, what do I do now? And don't worry about, am I going to get the answer? Did he hear me? Did that, just know that he did because he lives in you. He's not external out into the sky. God dwells within, so he can definitely hear you, right? Because you can hear
Hmm.
yourself. So the spirit is within. So you ask, what do I do now? And then let it go. And go on about your business, do something else, take that off your mind, go jump rope, cook your dinner, do whatever. It's going to come back around and hit you like a ton of bricks. And then you sit down and you do that. That's my advice.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you. I like that. Well, Sheila Baker said, great advice. Yes, yes, yes. So, Rich Voss said, release your steps on that ladder.
Realize.
Excellent. It's Tracy Mathis said, excellent advice.
Thank
Yes.
you,
So,
Chuck.
Top Boy, do you have anything you want to come in and say? It said, Rich Voss said, turn each step into an actuality. Yes.
Well,
She,
yeah, well, when you
Sonya
look
K
to,
said,
mhm,
uh, Sonya K said,
yeah,
this show is so great because it lets us see how the artists are doing. Let us go back to an era that we live and enjoy. Thank you, Sonya
it's
K.
Sonya.
Shout out.
It is great. It's Sonya.
Yeah.
Hey, Monica Kelly.
It's Tracy Matt.
Tracy.
Thank you for the precision. Thank you. So, Top Boy, do you need to come in and say anything? Thank you, Dion. Very good interview. Thank you.
Yeah,
But I don't know if Top Boy wants to come in, but if, oh, here he is.
yeah, yeah.
What's up? That was
So,
very good show.
Thank
Slim.
you. Thanks, Lynn. That's
So you
bad
see,
joke.
down here in Atlanta, we say shawty. Y'all say slim. So I just, just say slim.
Don't be telling
Very
people where
good.
you
You repeat that again?
live. Don't be telling people where I live.
I hear you. I
Shout.
hear you. No, no, this was awesome. I mean, we've done a lot of interviews, and each week or every time we do another one, it gets better with time. And Tanya Blazer put me on blast with the Jeopardy beat staying on too long. It's okay, but it's a live show, and you got a lot of moving parts in the background. But I made sure your questions came up. So, but this was a good show. Like honestly, I
I
can't
enjoyed
say
myself.
I
Did you enjoy yourself?
yeah, I love the
yeah.
interaction. I like the live feel, the live vibe, and that's what I asked you. And for the ones who are just now watching the show now and did not see our test run, I asked Joy earlier on Sunday. Um, I asked her on Sunday, did she like doing radio, or what did she think about doing interviews online? And now this interview can be preserved for history. It can always be seen at a later time and date. This is something that Priscilla can go back and reference. And whenever she has these down moments, she can say, you know what, Joy said this. So, for me,
Only
I
that
can't.
is library content. Remember, I told her that it's in the business, in the entertainment industry, in the television industry, and media industry. What she's doing, and by preserving it, she's building a library, and
Mm-hmm,
libraries packaged and sold in episodes. I mean, that's a whole nother conversation we can have. But
mm-hmm,
she's building a business and a
mm-hmm,
library and a media business, and you guys are doing a fantastic job of everything's clear. I mean, I've done several interviews. I enjoy your personalities and the way that you scheduled the sound check and did all of that. I thought it was the fact that we're clear, and you made me move my computers because I had the crack in the wall. Not crack, but the crease in the wall from the corner, whatever, from going from one wall to the next. He's like, nope, I need a flat back wall. So you had your production together. I appreciate you for that.
It's all about giving quality. I think that's the biggest thing that we wanted when Priscilla came to me with this.
Yeah.
This is what she said that she wanted, and I knew that I had my vision, and it was like if we can marry the two, we can eventually have something that's quality. And as we do that, each episode gets better. We thought the last one was better than the one before. Now this one is better than the last one. So it's all about just providing, a quality product to where people, when they watch it, they'll be like, "How? Why? We gotta. I want to be on that show," because when we first started, we were begging people to like, hey, and we still are a little bit, just a little bit. But I mean, but for the most part, when they see this,
Yeah, it'll that's part of the process, though.
yeah, yeah. So, but no,
Hey,
I
girl.
thank you. I mean, I don't even have any questions for you. I just thank you for, giving. We wanted to give you your flowers. I definitely thank you
Thank
for telling us, that you appreciated it. That's the
Sure.
biggest thing for us is knowing that we have you walk away with a positive experience. And when you
Yeah,
walk away, now we know that that's going to spread. And it's like, hey, you need to be on that show. She
yeah,
really
I
did her
like the
research and it's
questions. I
interactive.
like the yes. I love the questions. She asked questions that as you can imagine, doing this for 30 years, people 25, whatever. I've been asked every question in the book. So the fact that I'm like, oh, nobody's ever asked that question. I see you, sis. I see you. You know what I mean? So yeah, keep going on.
Absolutely.
Keep going on. Yeah,
Thank
that's
you.
what's up.
Thank you. Thank you. Yes. Yes. Tanya Blazer said from the book of Heavy D, got nothing but love, Top Boy, Priscilla, and Joy.
Mm-hmm.
Deion Jackson, very professional. Thank you. Rich Vibes over in UK. A great show, guys. Thank you.
So look, he lives in the UK, so you got to think it's like 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, and he's a DJ, so they're still on lockdown over there right now. So he's stuck in the house, and it's like, hey, I just giving him something to do, and I sent him the message because I knew he was a DJ. I know he plays your music.
Thank
He's
you.
literally doing something all the time on Sundays, and I try to check his show out and just anything to try to as
support each
DJs,
other.
they want to support you, and then the fact that they can be interactive with you. I think this is the first time that he's probably even had an opportunity to where he can ask the question and it can pop up on the screen and you can respond
Yeah,
instantly. So for
it's
me,
fun.
I think that this is
So I
awesome.
appreciate that. So, and thank you, Rich, for playing Jade music. We appreciate you. I know I said I wasn't gonna do your drop. Maybe I'll have them send me an email because I want it to be right. I'm not just gonna do your ex. He said, "Don't walk away. You crazy." You know that.
James Hicks is up.
Hey, James, it's happening. It's happening. So yeah, I'm so Chicago sometimes. You got to forgive me, but um,
Well,
yeah, no,
James
I
is from California. James is from California. He does a tech show with me on Wednesdays, and
what part of California?
he supported. He came over to support this show here this
Thank
night.
you. I lived. I just
What part of
Roseville,
what part of
California,
Roseville. Is that up
up by
north?
Sacramento. Yes, up by
I
Sacramento.
guess no.
He's not a Kings fan. He's more of a Golden State Warriors fan, but he wants to be a LA Lakers fan every now and then. I don't
Every
know. He
night.
all over the place.
Confused. It's Hollywood. There's a lot of them. Okay, you'll be
Well,
all
he's a
right.
technologist, so he works. I don't want
Okay.
to tell his government job, but just know that he's very smart and he works over in Silicon Valley. Let's just put it like that.
Oh, good for him. Go ahead, brother.
So
I'm
he ain't out
proud.
there doing that. What you say? What you say earlier is not dancing, or using. You said you either using your brain or you're using your body. He's actually
Right.
using his brain.
Well, yeah, that's the only two ways to work. No matter what you do, you know, singing, dancing, talking, uh, thinking, computing, you know, mathematicianism, hairstyling. It's only two ways to work.
I have a
yes.
question for
Say
you.
that early.
I do have one question for you. What did you
Okay.
learn from this period of sitting down? We all had a chance to sit down. I mean, everyone got a refresh, a reboot. What did you learn in this period of, I don't want to say COVID-19, but I guess in this period of rest, shall we say?
That we're in is that it's the people in your life that matter. You know, it's creating, maintaining, and especially older people. You know, a lot of older people, because were isolated, they were really lonely. So take care of our ancestors and the older people in your lives. Don't forget about them because y'all don't, talk the same language, or they don't, they can't work a phone. They don't know they don't know technology, and sometimes, the communities, or just life happens so fast, and they're not of our generation. Just remember older people in this time. So, that helps. Nobody wants to be lonely, and a lot of their friends have died. Not from COVID, but just in general, from time, from living, and they really, their isolation is different from ours. So yeah, just take care of the old folks.
That's what's up. No, I respect that. I try to do my part. I don't know what
Yeah,
Priscilla does on her end, but
call your grandmama, granddaddy, people.
that's what's up. That's what's up. I was on the
Yeah.
phone with mine earlier this morning with a tech issue, so I
Call your
understand.
people.
Call your
Rich,
people.
tell him to turn this phone up. My grandmother used to call me over to her house, and uh, I was in Hyde Park. This is in Chicago. I was in Hyde Park. She was in South Shore. She would call me on the phone to drive from my house to her house to turn the channel. But she really just wanted some company. She called me, Joy, come on, man, I can't turn this channel. I don't know what's going on. Like these new TV, I can't change the channel. Like, okay, Granny. So, they just want people. They want
That's
their
what's up.
people.
That's what's up.
All right.
That's it. All
All
right.
right. Well,
Stay
I'm gonna
on,
wrap it
Joy.
up, you guys, because yes,
Okay.
yes, stay on. Don't leave, go anywhere. Let me
Don't
end
walk
this out.
away.
I'm gonna, yeah, exact girl. Don't walk away. Yeah, of course I can't sing, but I'm a killer lip singer. But I'll make a
But
killer hype girl. We all know that right now. But,
if
but
we use one, you get the job because you done said it
yeah.
now. So
All right. Thank you. Thank you. I want to thank you all for tuning in tonight with the lovely guest, Miss Joi Marshall from the 90s girl group Jade. I want to thank you for being here, Miss Marshall. Thank you so much. Thank you.
yeah,
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you to
Thank
Tall
you.
Boy on production, of course. I want to thank you all for watching. The Howard Girls, I seen Tanya, Tracy Mathis, Sonya K, James Six was in here, Rich Vosh from over in UK. Thank you for watching. Listen, you guys, I will be back in August for the still 90s interview, but I'll be back in a couple of weeks. Well, about 2 more weeks with another 90s male artist. So until then, you guys enjoy the rest of your Tuesday night. I don't watch the basketball game. I ain't think about that. But still, you guys enjoy the rest of your Tuesday night. Until then, I'll see you guys soon. Thank you for tuning in to Miss Watley Presents Old School Tuesday Turn Up. You guys enjoy your night.